Good morning. I want to talk about solutions for Sweden, but first I want to tell you this cute story. Yeah, this is about a communist group leader in the county south of Stockholm. Her name is Lotta, and she's also a psychiatric nurse, and this is important to the story. She ran into some problems because of a comment that she did. She commented on a chronicle written by a conservative politician named Heberlein, right? Heberlein is one of the very few politicians that we have that is actually trying to do something, right? So, this chronicle was published, and there was a comment from this communist group leader slash psychiatric nurse, and she said this: "As for Heberlein, I do not understand why she's published. For the most part, she seems to be ill in her articles, and I'm unsure that it's so good, really." Yeah, just imagine writing this comment, right? So that's what she did, and there was a lot of noise, of course. She was attacked for this, of course. Heberlein herself, she said, for instance, "It's very serious." Now, I have to tell you, Heberlein has a diagnosis, right? And this makes it even more sensitive, right? So Heberlein said, "It's very serious that a senior politician claims that people with diagnoses should not be heard publicly." Very good. So, this psychiatric nurse slash communist group leader, she had to apologize. Yeah. Did you notice when people on the left, I think this is true, when they apologize, they do it very, very poorly, and this is what happens here. This psychiatric nurse, communist group leader, she apologized. She said the comment was poorly formulated. "I thought the argument in the article was ill." Right. And then she says that she cares for freedom of speech, no, freedom of expression. She cares for it, she said. Stupid woman. She cares for freedom of expression, but that the chronicle should not be published in such a big magazine as it lacks quality, not because of Heberlein's diagnosis. So there was some senior communists now criticizing her and so on. So she's into trouble because of this, which is fair, I think, absolutely. And this apology sucks. Lotta. You can do better. If you want to apologize, apologize properly. This sucks. Alright. Now about Heberlein. Yes, she's one of the very few politicians that I actually like, right? And I met with a Swede Speaks yesterday, right? And I realized something very early as we were talking. We were having dinner. And I realized something. There's so few of us who speak up. Maybe there's 100 people who actually do speak up in Sweden. You know, some politicians, some journalists, right? And then there are people doing videos and blogs, you know, writing articles. Very, very few actually speak up. So people like Heberlein are extremely important, and we should absolutely support her. All right. And I also want to talk about solutions. This is a very simple one, you know. We have people coming here who hate Sweden, who hate our culture, and they get the money and so on, and they live here, right? Few of them, not everybody, right? Quite a lot of them actually, right? 50%, less than 50% of them have a job after 9 years, right? And some of them commits crimes. we noticed. Yeah. And this is a very simple rule that I think we should have. You know, I talked about this earlier. One strike and you're out. That's the rule. It's very simple, and I think it would be very effective. You know, if people coming here learn that this is the rule, that if you do something illegal, you're out. Right? So we just search for the politicians who can get this rule applied. Yeah, who can suggest it and get it through, get it a decision. Right? One strike and you're out. It's very simple. And I think also it should work for those who committed crimes in the past. Yeah, get them out. Kick them out of Sweden. They shouldn't be here. We can't afford them, and the people are unsafe. Right? It's very simple. All right, that's it. Bye.